Got oil filter cover off here. Your oil filter, make sure that goes in the right direction. Open side towards the crank. Then the covered side goes against the cover. It's got a rubber seal right there, kind of pushes against there. Put some tension on there. So this cover is ready to come off here. There's a gasket going around this cover here, so make sure that gasket goes back together, goes back in there. Got your Kickstarter gear here, and then we've got your, I'll tip this motor up so you can see a little bit better, we've got your clutch basket here. Hold that, the clutch basket at this time, 10 millimeter. Pull these off here. Those are specific for this clutch basket. Now what we're going to do is pull this, just the top cover, kind of wiggle it so it doesn't pull any other plates out off there. And then we've got a large nut on the inside here. And we've got a keeper, flat nut keeper. This nut, we'll go ahead and grab a socket to fit that. Got 1 3/16 inches. We'll fit on that one there. Hold the basket so it doesn't spin, and loosen that nut there. Put this back on, and you can see there's an arrow that lines up with the arrow on your basket. Don't start these with an impact just because it's an aluminum basket. We don't want to strip those threads out, otherwise you'll be replacing the basket. Once there's a little bit of pressure on there, you're able to lift that clutch assembly out all at one time. So we've got your clutch assembly here. This spacer generally will stay on the clutch, and the reason why it does is because it's kind of a keeper. It'll spin a bit of a turn there, and it'll not line up with these splines, allowing this to come off, allowing the basket to come off. So we're able just to lift that basket off now. We can put the plates in there, just like that. Oil pump right here with the plastic gear. We've got the crank gear here. We've got a balancer gear here, the shift mechanism, and the Kickstarter gear. Kickstarter gear, we're going to be really careful with it, especially with these splines. If you are turning this, just make sure that you are secure on there. Make sure your pliers line up with those splines, and then just kind of work it out. Now this is all spring loaded, so again, hang on very tight to it. And we'll pull it out just like that. But you got to turn it to get it past the disengage arm there. So that's why you got to turn it back to get it past there, and then you can just pull it out. Again, it's spring loaded. Keep everything together. Make sure you hang on tight with those pliers. That way you aren't ruining these splines.